What is up, bros and broettes? You know who it is, your one and only Maximus Pump, aka Pump Skywalker. And in today's video, let's talk about should you have a gym partner and what are the pros and cons? Well, since I've started working out, I've always had some form of lifting partner, gym buddy, gym bro, whatever you want to call it. Usually throughout your fitness journey, you'll meet someone that wants to kind of work out with you, exchange knowledge, experience, someone that you kind of get along with that can help you along your way with your fitness journey. Usually, when you first start working out, you probably won't meet anybody until you develop some sort of proximity and some kind of friendship with someone that you see most of the time at the gym and or during high school, college, university. You might run into that person at that gym or through school or through mutuals, and then you become gym bros. But it's not all fun and games. Sometimes things work out and things don't. I saw a post on Reddit. It was a question of, should I get a workout partner or should I have a workout partner? Well, the answer is obviously you should, because there are lots of pros and lots of cons to having a workout partner. But all in all, you should have a workout partner because they're going to be there to hold you accountable and they're going to be there to help you along your fitness journey. But there are drawbacks to having a workout partner or a gym bro. And for people that feel left out that they've never had a workout partner or a gym bro, well, once you go through the pros and cons list, you might not feel that way. So let's get into it. So in my experience, when it comes to having a gym bro or a lifting partner, during my fitness career or my journey, you'd always see the same person over and over again at the gym. And we've never said anything or talked to each other at the gym. We kind of just, let it be known that we're in the same area, just like a head nod and whatnot, because you see that person over and over and over again. And then eventually, if they're friendly enough, or if you're friendly enough, you can kind of interact and chat with each other throughout the time that you're at the gym. For me, my first workout, he wasn't a partner, but he was the first workout friend. We would always see each other at the gym, and then one day I was going in to Best Buy to buy a video game, and he was leaving Best Buy as I was going in. And he said to me, "You going to the gym today?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll be there later on." He's like, "Cool, I'll see you there." And then that's how my first workout gym bro started. But his intentions of weightlifting were different than mine. He was kind of more casual and random, where I was more focused. But he was probably the first guy that I ever interacted with that became, my first gym bro. And then my second gym bro was when I was dating my girlfriend at the time, fresh into college. Me and her brother got really close and we became workout partners throughout the time me and his sister were dating. So, and things went pretty well with that. He ended up moving away, and then me and my girlfriend at the time broke up, and then we just never interacted after that. And then throughout the fitness journey, I would meet just random people that would just kind of tag along and work out every now and then, but they would never be consistent. They'd always kind of be wanting to work out and then they would drop off and then you wouldn't hear from them again. And then when I got into college and university, I met another gym bro, and our experience levels were kind of on the same wavelength. We kind of were consistent. We were always at the gym. We like the same humor. It's total like meathead stuff, gym bro, protein, all that stuff. So we got along and we vibed very great. So we ended up being gym bros, but very casual. It wasn't an everyday or weekly occurrence. It was just every now and then. And then that happened over time after university and college. We would work out. We would make it an appointment to just work out, or a time to work out at least once a month, just to maintain friendship and talk and laugh and giggle and all that stuff. But things ended shortly after university and college, where our views on life just kind of weren't in alignment. We had different life paths, So we kind of just went our separate ways. For me and him, our workout was totally different as well. I kind of just went along with what he did, but he had a different fitness journey than me. He was more into powerlifting and I was more into bodybuilding. And then I didn't like his methods of working out, but I worked out with him just so I can maintain the friendship and keep things going. But I found that after we were done working out, I just always felt I had more gas in the tank. I felt like I was leaving a lot of gains on the table and that I needed to continue my workout after we were done working out because I just didn't feel that it was an efficient workout. So every time we worked out, I would always go and work out right after because I just didn't feel that the workout was great. Even though we worked out for 2 to 3 hours in total because we were talking and then working out and then just talking about life and catching each other up, I just felt like the workout itself wasn't intense enough. So I always found myself working out every time we were done. I'd always find myself taking another hour just to finish things off myself. So when it comes to having a gym bro, that experience and the fitness journey, just there was not the same alignment. So we couldn't continue further on doing the same workout routines, and eventually things just kind of fell off because he had his own life journey, I had my own life journey. So things we just eventually stopped working out and stopped talking. But every time I meet a gym bro, I just know that I'm so far experienced and advanced in my fitness journey, and the person that I meet may or may not be. But even if they are advanced or more experienced than me, their fitness journey is way different than mine. And our schedules are totally different. Someone might work a 9 to 5, someone might do a night shift, someone might work a 7 to 3, someone might be unemployed. So there's a whole list of things and reasons why having a gym partner may or may not work out in the end. But let's go through some pros. Pro number 1, you guys can challenge each other. I find that when I work out with somebody, I want to put in more effort. My workouts are more intense because we're always trying to one up each other in a friendly way. So we're always challenging each other with different workouts, different exercises. You have a spotter, so you can go heavy. You can make the workout more intense, more fun if you're working out with someone, opposed to just working out by yourself, because you might not have the same intensity working out by yourself. Whereas if you had a gym bro, you can push that intensity further, create more goals, have a bit more fun during the workout, and make things more intense and more enjoyable. Pro number 2, things get more entertaining when you're working out with the gym bro. When you're working always by yourself all the time or doing the same routine, things can get pretty boring, very monotonous. You might want to, spice things up a little bit. Maybe your gym bro has a different workout routine. He can introduce you to new exercises. You're doing workouts that you never would do on your own. Some workouts could be, very intense. They could be circuit training, calisthenics. They could be drop sets, supersets, things that you would never do on your own. If you had a gym partner that could push you to do something different, then you can make things more fun and more entertaining that way. Pro number 3, you guys can learn from each other. When you meet another gym bro, your experience levels, and it could be on a different level. Someone could be working out for 5 years and someone could be working out for 2 years, or someone can be working out for 10 years and someone can be working out for 4 years. And so you can bring the experience and kind of help each other out. So there might be videos that your gym bro could be watching on nutrition, on fitness, that you may not come across. There are exercises that you have done that your other gym bro hasn't done, so you can introduce some new exercises. You can introduce some new knowledge on nutrition, new knowledge on fitness. You can introduce him to everything, and he can do the exact same thing to you. So that's where you guys can kind of learn from each other. There are exercises that I do all the time, and I would never venture out to something different because I like being comfortable with my exercises. When I was working out with my gym bro, he would kind of say, hey, let's try this exercise. I saw it on YouTube. Let's do this. Let's do this superset. Let's do this drop set. Let's make it more intense. So it made things more entertaining when you're working out with the gym bro. Because if you're by yourself, you're used to your own routine over and over again. Pro number 4, you guys hold each other accountable. that means, hey, we're gonna work out this day at this time and you gotta be there. If you're not, sucks to be you, but I gotta go. So you guys gotta hold each other accountable. You can't, someone can't mess up and not show up, because then it kind of just ruins the vibe of everything. So if you are having a goal and you want to achieve it, your gym bro can hold you accountable. He can text you and be like, hey, did you do this? Did you eat that? Are you going to be at the gym on this day? Are you going to be at the gym on this time? So you guys are going to hold each other accountable for the progress that you'll be making at the gym, because it's hard to do it by yourself. It's really hard. But if you have someone telling you and holding you accountable, it makes things much easier for your fitness journey. Number 5, you're more likely going to stick to a routine. When I was working out with my gym bro, he'd always have the same routine. We pretty much only did arm day, and he always had the same exercise, the same routine, the same sets. And so I knew going in, okay, we're gonna do this, this, and this. Every now and then we would switch things up, but the guidelines were pretty much still the same exercises. They might switch out every now and then, but it's pretty much consistent. When I'm at the gym, I see other guys working out together, and they're always doing the same routine. So if I show up, on a certain day and they're doing chest, they're always doing that chest exercise. They're always, taking turns and getting in when the machine's done, and just being very consistent with each other, doing the same routine, following the same workout plan. So it makes things a lot easier if you have a gym bro. That way you guys can follow the same thing and keep it consistent. Pro number 6, you get better results. If you get a gym bro that has more knowledge and more experience, he can help you fast track your results a lot quicker, as opposed to just spinning your wheels and not getting results. Information is free online. You can find it anywhere, except there's a lot of information and a lot of misinformation. Your gym bro might be able to filter out the misinformation, helping you get to your goal a lot quicker without wasting your time and your money, and just making information a lot more digestible, easier to manage. So that way you're not spinning your wheels trying to get results. All right, so now we went through the pros. What are the cons of having a gym partner? So this is good for you guys that have never had a gym partner and are having the FOMO, the fear of missing out of having a gym partner. Well, these are the cons that might help you change your mind or your decision on getting a gym partner. So con number 1, and is that you're stuck with them. You have to work out with them. You have to be on their schedule, on their time. If something annoys you with them, you can't really say much or do much, because you don't want to fracture that relationship. You don't want to ruin anything. So you kind of just hold things back and you don't speak your mind, and you kind of tiptoe around them in certain topics and situations. That is con number 1, is that if they're your gym partner, they're your one and only gym partner, and that you're stuck with them until things end or blow up in your face. Con number 2, they're a distraction. If you are the person that is just really intense and you just really want to get the exercises done, you want to get your workout done, you have other priorities, you have a timeline, and you don't want to waste time, and you're really laser and focusing your fitness journey, your gym partner might not be on that level. He might be a big distraction to you. He might just want to goof around, talk, joke, laugh, talk about whatever, and just ruin the workout. When you're kind of just zoned in and you want to get a workout done, he might just be there just to be a bit more social than you, and talk and yap and not really take things seriously. So that can be a big distraction on your fitness journey. So that is con number 2. Con number 3, you guys are on a different level in your fitness journey. You guys may be beginners, or one might be a beginner and one may be more experienced, or you guys might be on the same level of experience, but your fitness goal, your fitness journey is on 2 different paths. One might be really into powerlifting or getting into powerlifting. You might be into bodybuilding, you might be into calisthenics. Those 2 don't mix very well. And originally it might not be that. Originally it might just be you 2 are into bodybuilding, but then one might just get more interest in powerlifting and meet other people that are into powerlifting. while your path is kind of just into bodybuilding or into fat loss or health and wellness. Whereas he's powerlifting, he's eating junk food, he's not working out consistently. You guys are on different paths. You guys are gonna bump heads. It's not gonna work in the long run. So that's con number 3. Con number 4, you're pressured. You are pressured into doing what he's doing. I've had that. I was in that situation where we had a long friendship. It was about 7 years of friendship. But he was heavily into a different style of training than I was. I was more into high volume. He was into low volume, high intensity, and he was into powerlifting. Whereas I was just into bodybuilding and high volume and having fun. I was pressured into doing his workouts because I didn't want to fracture the relationship, because when I brought up my viewpoints on certain bodybuilding styles and other fitness content, he wasn't really on page with that. And to him, he said like he didn't really feel the need to do any of that, and that it didn't work for him, and that his way is better. So I felt pressured to keep up with his style of training, and I felt pressured to not want to ruin the friendship, because if I said something or if I didn't want to work out with his style, he might get, a little pissed off, a little agitated, a little mad, and I just might ruin the friendship, and he might not be inclined to invite you out to work out anymore because the relationship's kind of a little bit rocky. And so you might feel pressured into just maintaining the relationship just by conforming to his workout methods and his viewpoints and what he stands on. And he might say like, you need this, you need to do this, and you got to do that, and you might not feel totally different about it, but you don't want to ruin the friendship or anything like that. So you just go with it. You feel very pressured into doing it. Otherwise, things are gonna not work out, and you guys won't work out anymore. So then you kind of feel pressured into just doing what he says and doing what he does, and that can ruin friendships, and that can ruin the way you work out with each other. So con number 5, and it's that they don't take the workout seriously. This might be the same as that they're not on the same page as you, but they don't take the workout seriously. You get to the gym, they might be 15 minutes late, then you get to the gym and they're not warming up, they're kind of on their phone, and then they're talking about their work and their life, and you're kind of just getting ready to go hit the weights. They're really slow, they're preoccupied, and they're just not taking the effort to work out or bringing any intensity into the workout. I see lots of kids and people at my gym just goofing off at the gym. One guy will be working out pretty intensely, the other guy would kind of just be on his phone laughing and haha and kikiing and all that stuff. So he's not going to be a great workout partner, because he's mostly just going to be there to distract you, to take the time away from making progress in the gym. And I've seen lots, like I'm very observant at the gym. You see a lot of people come in as a group or with a workout partner, and you can see one person taking it seriously and one person not, or they're both not taking it seriously, and then eventually you don't see them again because they obviously think that, oh, I'm not making any progress, so I'm gonna stop going to the gym, or my friend's not taking it seriously, so I'm gonna go to a different gym to avoid him being there. So you end up not seeing them again, or you just see them working out by themselves, because one person's gonna be serious about it and one person's not. And that's one of the cons of having a gym partner, is that they're just not really reliable in that sense. Con number 6, and that's commitment. Are they committed to the gym? How committed are they to their fitness journey? Are they going to take things seriously as you are? If they're always making excuses, I can't get to the gym, I have work, I have this, I have school, and you're on your fitness journey, you're ready to go, like you made changes to your life so that way you can go to the gym. You made changes on your nutrition, you made changes on the people that you meet. If you guys aren't on that page of level of commitment, it's not going to work out, because you're going to take things seriously and they're not. They're going to be full of excuses, and you don't want to be around someone that makes an excuse that's going to hold you back from your fitness journey, your goals, even your passions or your dreams. So this can actually be more than just about fitness. It can just be about life. If they have a bunch of excuses, or they're always being a Debbie Downer, being, making excuses around you, being depressed on certain topics that you've helped them out with, and that they just don't take your advice, then that can really fracture the relationship. So commitment between two people, you're either serious or you're not. If you're not, it's going to work out, and if you are serious, then it may or may not work out as well. But you got to be committed on some level to make progress. And the last con is compatibility. Are you guys compatible in the long run? So this is kind of just a total sum of everything, of all the cons, is compatibility issues. You might find that on your fitness journey as a beginner, you're compatible in the beginning, but as you continue your fitness journey, as you get further, you might not be compatible. They might have different views, a viewpoint on fitness, whereas your viewpoints are different as well. They have different life goals. You have different life goals. So for compatibility, for me, I have to work out, I usually try to get 3 to 4 workouts in a week, and my schedule is kind of a little bit wonky. The other person could have a very consistent schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekends off. So that's not going to work. Another person might work 9 to 5. Another person might be part-time unemployed. Another person might do night shifts or shift work. So their schedules are not going to align. So there's a compatibility issue there. You might want to progress and bring more intensity into the gym. The other person might see it as a social thing where you guys can talk and hang out, but not take things too seriously. So I've had instances where the gym bro aspect was fine. It's just that our life situation was totally different. Our lifestyles were totally different. He had a 9 to 5 job. I did shift work. He wanted to get a girlfriend. I was, single, and I had more time on my hands. And for him, his main goal was finding a girlfriend. So when he found a girlfriend, then that was the goal. The goal was done. So there was no need to work out. And I've seen people at the gym, and I've talked to people at the gym, and I've had people that I've known that just their main goal was getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And once they got that goal, once they had that boyfriend or girlfriend, that they did not see them ever again. I've seen guys who were really consistent at the gym, and their main goal was getting a boyfriend or girlfriend. And this is true for girls as well. Their main goal was just finding a partner. And as soon as they found that partner, you would never see them again. I saw this guy, he came in very consistently for a year and a half, maybe 2 years, just very consistent at the gym. And then he found a girlfriend, and then he just fell off. I never saw him ever again until they broke up. And then he was, way more out of shape. He looked pretty haggard and down bad. But his main goal to go back to the gym was, I gotta find another girlfriend because I broke up with mine. And if you link having a girlfriend or boyfriend to fitness, it's gonna be bad news for you, because then your goals, your passion are just about getting a girl. So that's the main thing, is if you get a girl or a boyfriend or girlfriend, then you're just like, that doesn't go well with your fitness journey, because now it's always about having a significant other. It's about having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's not really about your fitness journey. It's not really about you anymore. And if you tie your goals to that, that's going to be the main issue when it comes to progressing in your fitness journey, is that you're always going to have that as a goal, and you're going to be mad if you don't get to that goal. And once you get to that goal, you're going to forget your other goals. So when it comes to having a fitness journey, you got to do it all on your own, I believe. And it's you versus you, or you versus the world, whichever you want to decide on. But when it comes to the fitness journey, you have to do you. You have to focus on yourself. You have to get to your goals, your passion, your dreams all on your own. You can't depend on someone else to do it for you. With all the cons and the pros, I believe fitness itself is a journey that you have to do alone. You just have to do it alone. You have to be used to it. When I was working out at this one gym, I always saw these couples working out, these two specific people, this boyfriend and girlfriend, And the boyfriend always had to work out with the girlfriend. He never worked out alone. It was always with his girlfriend. And when he was working out, it was very half-assed. He kind of just was on his phone. He didn't really put a lot of intensity into the workout. He didn't really push himself. The girlfriend worked out a lot more harder than he did. And I never saw him working out alone ever. He was always with the girlfriend or with a friend. So he was always dependable on going to the gym with someone. And when you have that dependability, you can't get to your progress, you can't progress in your fitness journey, you can't do anything because you're always codependent on having someone there with you, trying to push you, trying to be there with you. When fitness is a journey by yourself. It's a lonely journey, unfortunately. But I believe the fitness journey has to be done alone, and you can get a lot more done alone. It's good to have others with the same goal, the same mindset to help push you along the way. But in the end, fitness is a lonely journey that you have to do on your own. You have to go through hell and back all on your own. Yes, you can have someone to motivate you and push you along the way, but in the end, you have to do it alone because no one's coming to save you. It's all it's all you. It's you versus you versus the world, whichever you want to say. But fitness itself is a lonely road that you have to do yourself, and you cannot depend on anyone but yourself. So those are the pros and cons of having a gym partner. If you have one that is with you ride or die, that's great. The only people that I've seen that go to the gym consistently together are boomers and old dudes that have kind of just like set up a long-term thing with their gym bro and their values and their fitness journey align. However, stuff still gets in the way for them, like families and their kids and work. But I've never seen someone consistently work out with the same person for years and years and years on end. I do see a lot of boomers and old dudes working out with the same person every now and then, and we're talking like 65, 70-year-olds, maybe some 50-year-olds, but they're never there consistently day in and day out. It's always they're by themselves for a bit, and then their gym partner will join in, or you don't see them again after that. But fitness itself is a journey that you have to do on your own. Those are the pros and those are the cons. So don't feel bad and don't feel that you're gonna have fear of missing out if you've never had a gym partner. I think it's good to kind of establish a couple of gym partners casually, but never depend on one for your fitness journey or goal. And don't be sad or mad that you never had a gym bro or a gym partner, because it's not what it's cracked up to be. They're fun to switch things up every now and then with the gym bro, but all in all, fitness is a journey you have to do on your own, because it's you versus you versus the world. And that's all I have to say about that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.